Hi, hope you are all fine. I will go on with Unit 9b. Today, our main focus will be on present perfect plus for and since. I remember talking about it before. Before that, let's have a look at the reading part very quickly. Look at all the photos in this lesson, in the book. Are you afraid of any of these things? Are you afraid of any of these things? All right. So think about it. Read some more information from the fearof.net, a website about phobias. It sounds interesting. If you have time, you can have a look maybe. Complete each phobia with the correct heading from the list, very quick. Fear of butterflies, fear of crowds, fear of doctors, fear of driving, and fear of heights. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 headings and 5. So this one, let's have a quick look. Some people with this phobia find it difficult to pass the test. Others are anxious on motorways. I see. So I think this is a fear of driving. All right. Fear of driving. The other one, people say that actress Nicole Kidman suffers from this phobia. It is closely linked to a general fear of insects. So, butterflies maybe. This phobia is quite common in young children, but adults suffer from it too. Many are especially afraid of having vaccinations or blood tests, which is common nowadays. So this is a fear of doctors. This fear affects nearly 1 in every 20 adults. People with this phobia usually avoid tall buildings, skiing, standing. So fear of heights. And this phobia affects many people, but women more than men. These people feel very anxious or scared if they are in a noisy place where there are a lot of people, for example, a shopping mall or a sports stadium. Fear of crowds, okay? So this is D, this is E, this is A, this is C, and this is B. All right. So this is linked with this one. It is linked with the comments. I'm so scared that I haven't been to C1 for more than. All right. So here there is a link between present perfect and for. Okay. So I'm so scared. You can translate it into Turkish, that I haven't been to C1 for more than 15 years. I hate thinking about them. I feel the same way about dentists too. So this is, I think, the doctor one. Okay, so the doctor one, fear of doctors. It goes on like this. Here I would like to focus on present perfect and since and for. Look here. So you can underline I haven't been to C1 for, haven't been, and for you can underline. Here you can underline, let me see, I haven't driven that way since then, and that was 7 years ago. Here, let me find it. Okay, there is nothing here. No. But you can also focus on this words. We have talked about it before. Let me see if there is a present perfect. structure here? No. Okay, and I have had this, okay, I have had this phobia for about 20 years. I have had this phobia for, underline it. It started when? Okay, I haven't been to any really high places since then. You can underline this one. And even if I imagine I'm in a high place, I feel dizzy. Dizzy is like shaking, okay? So you can also keep an eye on dizzy, terrified, and frightened. These are all almost the same words. Okay, so look at the highlighted here. You have seen the highlighted words in the phobias and comments and match them to the definition. The noun form, the noun made from the adjective afraid is fear, the noun form. One adjective which means very afraid is terrified. Two synonyms for afraid is one, scared and frightened. Okay, an adjective for the feeling that everything is going round in circles, dizzy. Okay, to suddenly feel afraid and not be able to think. This is panic. And to be badly affected by something is suffer. Okay. So, for example, here my brother is really scared of flying. He gets very nervous before he flies somewhere. It started about 10 years ago. All right. So it's not that confusing. This part is the listening part. Listen to an interview with two women, Julia and Chloe, about their phobias. Answer the questions. All right.
9.6.
Let's listen to it.
Julia.
Do you have any phobias?
Yes, I'm very, very scared of spiders.
Oh, and how long have you had this phobia?
I've had it since I was about 12, so for more than 30 years.
Did something happen to start the phobia?
I remember, and it's when I think I started being frightened, I remember a very big spider in the flat that we lived in at the time coming out from under the television and going across the room, and me being absolutely terrified. And that's the first time I remember being scared.
How does it affect your life?
In the past, it was really awful. I mean, I couldn't sit in the same room as a spider, and I always had to keep all the doors and windows shut because I was frightened that spiders might come in. But I had some therapy, and I can now sit in the same room as a spider. Not for long. It still has to be moved, and I can put it in a glass now and take it outside myself, if I have to, if there's nobody else there. So it doesn't affect me as badly as it did before, but I still don't like them.
What kind of therapy did you have? How long did it take?
Probably about 6 weeks. I went to the therapist's office and he used a kind of hypnosis. He made me go back to that first incident with the spider and the TV, and we talked about it again and again until it wasn't so frightening. And then in the last session, he brought in a spider in a jar into the room, and he made me hold the jar. I couldn't put the spider on my hand, but that was a great improvement, because before I couldn't even look at a drawing of a spider in a children's book. And I certainly couldn't look at photos of spiders.
Wow, amazing.
Chloe.
Do you have any phobias?
Yes. I have a phobia of buttons.
Buttons? On clothes?
Yes. I don't like touching them.
Oh, and how long have you had the phobia?
all my life, I think. For as long as I can remember.
Uh-huh. And, do you know what happened to start the phobia?
I don't know exactly, but my mum has told me that when I was very little, about 6 or 7 months old, she tried to dress me in a cardigan, a woolen cardigan with buttons that my grandmother had made for me. And apparently I screamed and screamed until she took it off again.
Okay. And how does the phobia affect your life?
It really affects the kind of clothes I can buy, especially in the winter when I need a coat. There aren't many coats that don't have buttons. But it's better than it was. When I was younger, I refused to wear anything that had buttons. So, for example, my mother had to adapt my school uniform so that there were no buttons.
Have you had any therapy?
No. I haven't had any therapy. It seems such a silly thing to be afraid of.
What about if other people are wearing clothes with buttons on? Is that okay?
Well, if the buttons aren't touching me, that's fine. But I don't like hugging people that have buttons on their clothes.
Okay, this is quite long one, but at least they talked about their phobias and hope you understood what's going on. So, very quick. They both still have their phobias, but they are better than before, right? Okay, what is she afraid of? Very quick. What is she afraid of? Julia is afraid of, do you remember? And Chloe, how long has she had the phobia? So here you have to give a period of time. Again, the same for Chloe. What does she think started it? What was the reason? How did it affect her life? Has she had any therapy? Yes, no, yes, no. All right. So try to fill in with the information. Okay. We found out about the therapy. Why they didn't have therapy? Are their phobias better now? Okay. I think they both still have their phobias, but they are better again. Okay. So which of the phobias in this lesson do you think is the most rational? Rational and the most irrational. Rational is okay and irrational is silly, stupid. All right, so it depends. You can decide yourself. The grammar part, present perfect, phrases with for and since. All right, as I said, we talked about it before. The use for and since. Okay, look at this extract. How long have you had this phobia? How long have you had this phobia? So it goes on. I have had it since I was 12, about 12. All right, think about it in Turkish as well. So for more than 30 years. So the difference between since and for, okay? When did she begin to be afraid of spiders? You can answer this question with ago. Is she afraid of spiders now? Yes or no, she isn't. This is present time. What tense do we use to talk about something that started in the past and is still true now? I suppose you know it, you can guess it. We use the present perfect, okay? From the past up to now, present perfect. And This is a period of time. Okay? So let's go on to the grammar part. I passed this one. So very easy. B. Write questions with how long and the present perfect. Okay, how long and the present perfect. You be married. So how long have you been married? It becomes how long have you been married? Okay, this one, how long have you, this becomes been afraid of flying. All right, you can have a look. Okay, so how long your sister becomes has your sister had her new car. Okay, how long has your sister had her new car? Okay, so next one, how long have they lived, verb 3, in this town? Okay, next one, how long has your dad been a teacher? Okay, next one, how long have you known your boyfriend? How long has Spain been in the EU, European Union? How long have you had your cat? Okay. How long then has Dan been in this class? Okay. So no problem. This one. You're going to use present perfect and for and since. Okay, so you have to decide. Be careful. I've been married for 20 years. 20 years. For I was about 15. Okay. Answer the questions in A, this one. Use the present perfect plus for or since. Okay. So second one is, how long have you been afraid? I have been afraid of flying for or since. So you have to check this part. I suppose it's since, right? Since. Okay, look again. She, here, she has had her new car, you look here, for 3 weeks. Okay, so let's go on. A long time becomes, we have lived in this town for a long time, and he more than 20 years, again years, remember the S sound, for. This one is since. This one is since. This one again, you look here, years sound, for, and last month becomes since last month. Okay, so this is for the grammar part. I will go back. Okay, so very quick, we will do this one. Again, which one is correct here, for or since? This one is, I suppose, since. This one, you look here at this S sound, for. I was a child, this becomes, is a phrase, since. Okay, the 4th of May is since. And this one, past, then, since then. This is since. This one is for. This one is for. This one is, okay, this S sounds will help you. For, this one again, for, and this one is a phrase. That's why since, and 5 minutes. Okay, so it's very easy actually. All right. And let's do the last part here. I've worked here for 10 years. We've lived in London. We've lived in London since blah blah blah. How long have you known? How long have you known your best friend? Okay, so you can make longer sentences. Okay. Here we have got 5 sentences.
9.10. 1.
How long have you worked here?
2.
They've been married for 20 years.
3.
She hasn't travelled by plane since 2005.
4.
How long has he lived in Italy?
5.
We've known them for a long time.
All right, so the short form sound good. And the next part is, for example, you've got here verbs, have, live, known, be, and so on. So the first question, do you have a pet? Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Let's suppose yes. Yes, I have. What is it? It's a cat. Question, how long have you had it? Okay, how long have you had it? Okay, a tablet. Do you have a tablet? Yes. What kind? A common one, not very special. How long have you had it? Okay, so then the next one is, do you live in a modern flat? Yes, I do. How old is it? It's 3 years old. How long have you lived there? Okay, so it goes on like this. This one maybe. Are you a fan of a football team? Yes, I am. Which team? Let's say Trabzonspor. How long have you been a fan? How long have you been a fan? Okay, next one. Are you a member of a club or organization? Yes, I am. Which one? I can't tell you. How long have you been a member? Okay, the last one. Are you married? Yes, I am. What's your partner's name? Meltem. how long have you been married? Okay, so this is how you can use these structures. Okay, do you have a pet? Yes, I do. What is it? A dog. How long have you had it? I have had it for 5 years, since let's say 2015. All right, so this is for unit 9b. See you in the next video. Bye bye.